Well, that's just great. My exhaust is sliding off. Loosen up. Yeah, this isn't the most well put together system. And honestly, it's been doing this to me for a while. Yeah, it's a problem. Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah, I was hoping to do like a sunset ride, you know, it being in my name and all. I even packed some drinks. There's a twisty road down here. So I think I'm gonna do that first. Alright. It's not a great shot for the set, but I'm thirsty, so sporadic. That's not as bad as I thought it would be. It might. Yeah, there it goes. A note to self. Don't ever wear a collared shirt while riding. It absolutely sucks. While I'm flying down the freeway, it slaps me in the neck. It is so annoying. I was trying to come up with a story. Not come up with one, but like trying to find one that I think y'all would enjoy. I have a few. I'm not sure which one to tell. Oh. I was thinking about this in the shower earlier today. Greatest fears. What are y'all's greatest fears? Spiders, snakes, global war. Honestly, I can't say that I really have a greatest fear. You know, I feel like I'm well-rounded and I fear everything about the same, except dying alone. Yeah, that'd be scary. Parasites. I hate parasites. Like all kinds. You know, ticks, fleas, leeches, or like those tapeworms. Ugh, I hate them. You know, I actually have a funny story about leeches. So me and my friends were gonna go to Garner State Park. We wanted to go see the forest because, you know, if you couldn't tell by the previous footage, out here in Texas, we got a lot of flat land and sunlight, and that's just about it. We were gonna drive up to the hill country. We wanted to go at night when it was dark. We were gonna listen to like Mr. Nightmares, and we were just gonna wander around the forest in the dark, listening to scary stories, because we're men. Anyway, that was the plan. My sister wanted to go. I don't know why. It's 3 dudes and my sister. We got in my car and we drove, I think it was like 2 hours away from where we live. And we stopped and we got drinks and we got snacks and stuff. I was freaking my friends out because I can drive with my knee. steer with my knee and take my hands off the wheel. So I was just sitting there for like miles and miles doing that. And it was funny because I was making my friends uncomfortable. They're like, dude. And I was like, no, I got this, relax. So like, get your hands on the wheel, stop doing that. And I'm like, okay, relax. Anyway, we got up to the gate of Garner. And one of my friends in the back seat was like, hey, can we like go past the entrance? And then there'll be like a bridge. And under the bridge, there's a river that goes under it. And we can like check out the river real quick. I was like, okay, yeah, why not? That was mistake number one. When we got down there, the guys wanted to go swimming. We didn't pack any towels or swim trunks or nothing. They're like, yeah, let's just jump in. It'll be great. It'll be fun. And I'm like, no. You gotta ride home in my car. I'm not gonna have you all wet in the backseat of my car. But they eventually convinced me that we could, just roll up our pants and, go walking around. That was mistake number 2. So then we're wading around in the water and then one of my friends falls in. And he's got kind of like that, if I go down, everybody else is going down with me mentality. So then he goes after my other friend and drags him into the water. My sister is watching from the bank, and she's laughing at us. And now I'm the only one that's like half dry. I had to like lock in, and I finessed him. I got around him. And I ran back over to where my sister was. Well, when you run around in water like that, it tends to splash. So, all my running around was ultimately worthless. So, I ended up getting all wet too. So I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's just go swimming now. So there was like this natural water slide. And you could like slide down the rocks into the water. So, my friends went first, and I went last. I slid down, and then I got up, and I was getting up out of the water because my friends were already on the bank. One of my friends turns around as I'm getting out of the water, and he's like, bro, leeches! And I look down, I've got like these tiny little black worms all over me. I'm like, ah, crap, and I look up, both of my friends completely covered in them, and we started freaking out. We had to like find some cover. We left my sister. She had gotten out of the water before us. We told her to stay put, and we went around to the other side of like a concrete barrier, and we stripped, took the pants off. We're there in our boxers. We're trying to get all this crap off of us, and then we're like picking them off each other's backs. It was disgusting, everywhere, and they're all like super tiny. And I think they got up to like that size. There were so many of them. It was disgusting. Then we like looked at our pants. And they were full of them, absolutely infested. Like there were clumps of them just all over, and we were like, nope, we're not putting those back on. But now we got a problem. We got no shirts and no pants. So now it's just all of us guys in our underwear. Okay, it's starting to rain. To cut this story short, I had some jackets in my car. We tied those around our waists to cover us. Went back to the car, and we called my little sister and said, hey, look, okay, we're inside the car. We're all kind of covered up as much as we can be. You can come and get inside. So she joined us in the car, and her head was like, she had her eyes glued to the ceiling, the poor thing. So then we went driving around to gas stations and different places like that. And we were trying to find a place that was selling like shorts or pants or anything for us to wear, because like you can't go home like that. We got parents, how do you explain to your parents coming home with no pants on? So we'd get to a place, we'd park, and then we'd send my sister inside because she's the only one decent and of course she's having a ball. Like she goes inside and she finds like these little like shorts that are just lace, like ladies shorts. And she's like, oh, I'll get you these. And we're like, no, get back in the car. We're going to find another place. And we could not find a place that was selling just like normal basketball shorts, sweats, or anything. Like, okay, we need to find like a Walmart or something. The nearest Walmart was in Uvalde. Now Uvalde is even further out than we already were. So it added another hour to our trip home. Talk! Drove all the way to Uvalde. We got to the Walmart. I dropped my sister off at the door. While we're waiting, one of my friends had to pee really bad. And he couldn't hold it. Well, he had an empty bottle in the back seat. Now, please don't pee in the back seat of my car. And that's exactly what he did. It was really stupid because he fills the bottle almost completely. Then he puts the cap on it. And then my two friends are sitting in the back seat, like, examining the bottle. They're like, man, it's still warm. Like, and they would shake it up and it would, like, be all foamy and stuff. And I'm like, you guys are disgusting, what the frick? So then, the guy that had peed was like, dude, I'll drink it for $1. At the time, I was doing a little better for myself, and I had like $1,000 in my savings account, and I showed it to him. If you drink that right now, I got $1,000. And bro saw that, and he started unscrewing the cap. And I genuinely didn't think he was gonna do it. Before he could get the cap off, my sister called. He was ready to get picked up. Well, you can't drink it. We gotta go get my sister. We go around to pick up my sister from the front of the store. My friend in the back seat rolls down his window, and he's like, hey, can you hold on to this? And he hands her the bottle of pee. I'm like, oh my god. My sister takes it. I'm surprised she took it. Like, how do you not know that that's piss? Like, feels it, she looks at it, and it's like warm in her hand, and she's like, is this pee? And my friend starts laughing like crazy. He was just having the time of his life. And that's a cop. Nah, we're fine. Yeah, we should be okay. So she realizes that it's pee. Instead of dropping it or putting it on the ground or something, she hands it back to him. Like, no, don't put it back in my car. Just put it down on the ground. We'll leave. And no, she hands it back to him. And there's pee in my car still. So then we drove around to the backside of the Walmart and we disposed of the Satan's lemonade. From then on, it was pretty normal. I mean, we got our shorts and we put them on. We went to a very ghetto Pizza Hut. Like, it was extremely ghetto. Like, the store just looked kind of a little off. You know how like a liminal space kind of looks? Like a mom and her like 6 kids in the corner making all this noise. Just making sure my exhaust is still on. The table we sat at, it just would not stop moving. Just constant. We ordered some pizza. God, stop it! But yeah, it was a rough trip. But it was fun. Ultimately, it was fun.